A lot of liquidation ongoing in the market right now. Look at it. Markets have been red for a very long time, but yesterday have failed to that very bear drop all the way to the downside. And I always say that if you are not familiar with sentimental and fundamental on-chain data, if you can't interpret on-chain data, fundamental data, please stick to your technical analysis, because anything you see that comes out as fundamental or on-chain data will definitely reflect on your price action, and that effect can be very immediate. That is why if you don't know how to do on-chain, fundamental, or sentimental, please focus on your technical analysis. Is going to help you a lot. And if you don't know how to do any of those, you better learn it. A lot of liquidation everywhere. Market is red and it will still come all the way to the downside. And for the Bitcoin price action, you see yesterday I told you guys that this very gap area, the market is going to continue, and we see a little bit of move into this very point. And right now, what next? So all of this and many more in this very video, so watch along. The first thing here is the fact that there is a lot of liquidation going on in the market right now, and you know, a lot of persons are taking position, long position, all the way to the upside, long position, but there is still uncertainty in the market at the moment. That is why I said, if you don't know how to do your technicals, please you back out of the market and relax for stability to come back before you come back as well. And that is very simple. And if you know how to do technical analysis, fundamental, on-chain, and sentimental data analysis, please stay in the market and do your stuff. Like myself, we've signed up for this kind of stuff, guys. So no backing down. We are not going for break as well. And that is very, very simple. Liquidation ongoing, and we should expect maybe further more liquidation as the market begins to come all the way back to the downside. The price of Pi, I was looking at the price of Pi coming back to the downside, and some person thought the market is going to move upward. Look at it right here at this very candle formation. That is where I did that very video, my immediate last video on this channel, and the market is going to come back down. Actually, market stay within this very area, consolidation. I am still expecting that the market come all the way to the downside, create a new low, lower than previous low at this very point. That is what I am focusing on right now on the Pi price chart. Expect the market to come back from where it is right now, and we should see a new low, lower than the previous low at this very point. That is the only time you can say after this market can move upward. But for now, I am not expecting that the market begin to move upward or we see a breakout right here. The possibility is there, but that is not what I am looking at right now. To be very specific, expect the market to come back down and create a new low. That is what I am seeing from this very price action movement. And you should pay attention to this very analysis, and it will help you a lot, especially if you want to take a short position on futures on Pi for those exchanges that have listed Pi and also have Pi on futures. The next thing is the Bitcoin price action. Look at Bitcoin right here. Yesterday, the market was at this very point when I made mention of the fact that the market is going to move upward into this very fair value gap. The market was forming with this very candle, okay, this very bullish candle right here. And then after this rejection into this very area, market come back down close. I was expecting that the market move up a little bit, exact same thing. Market move from here up into this very point. And right now, what next? Market is going to come back down. At least we should see retracement, because that is what the market is saying right now. From here, market fail to break out of this very area of fair value gap, which is now resistance for market to move upward. Since the market failed to break out of this very area, then market should come back all the way to the downside, and a possible creation of a new low at this very point, which I know will be very devastating for the market, because a lot of persons have taken position with their stop losses at this very point. Okay, stop loss at this very point, at this very area, and at this very point, which mean if we see the market drag zone back to the downside, collect liquidity from this very point into 72 and $70,000 level, you will hear a lot of millions of dollar liquidation in the market, which is not very, very favorable right now. So for you to avoid liquidation in the market, please don't take a long position yet. It's not time to take a long position. Rather, I would prefer taking a short position than a long position at the moment in the market, because this market still have capacity of coming all the way to the downside, and that is very, very important. So on the Bitcoin price action, please pay attention to market coming back down. That is what you should be expecting right now from this point to the downside before market is going to move upward, and that is super, super important. Pay attention to this. If I go a little bit upward to the 2 hours chart, if you take a broader look at this, it is covered that there is something ongoing right now on this very price action. Market to move upward into the level very well, close inside the fair value gap, come back down, move into it, could not create a new high higher than the previous high at this very point, which means if this very candle forming right now, let me remove all of this. If this candle that is forming right now, right here, close below this very support, this little support, then it means the market now have great capacity, 80% of moving all the way to the downside, and that is very, very important. Pay attention to this, guys. This is the 2 hours chart on BTC USDT price action. And if you look at the Pi mainnet, it is covered that there is no current migration. Okay, if you look at the circulating supply, is still the same as the migrated my token, which was the same as yesterday. So for the past 24 hours, there is no migration, and this is very important to look at. However, I still expect the market to come back down, even though we see migration after this very video. That is, in the next 24 hours, we see migration. I am not expecting the price of Pi to move upward. Rather, market should come back down and create a new low, which is very important, even though we did not see the market come all the way to this very price level of 0.40. Market should create a new low, lower than the previous low at this very price of 0.54. That is 54 cents. So for the fact that there is no new migration and migration are paused, this is very important. Pay attention to this. Market is going to see come all the way to the downside on the price of Pi. Conclusively on this very video, if you take a look at coin bubbles, it is covered that there is a lot of liquidation right now, as you see red everywhere right here on coin bubbles. If you continue going down, you discover that the market is not funny right now, and if you don't know how to do your technical analysis very well, I will say you stay off the game for now, and then you come back later when things becomes green again, because this is very devastating, especially if you don't know how to trade on futures. Consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe if you have not, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also check the channel for other crypto content. Join our Telegram channel, the link in the description of this very video and also in the pinned comment. It is a free channel. Thanks for your support.